Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, I want to take a look at your standard talent release form that I am convinced that Coleslaw signed, kind of idiotically. And what that means, we're going to take a look at a template of a release form. And I want to talk about a film that I saw tonight, The Fire Inside. Now, before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. Everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. All right, so we've heard from the recordings over on Anthony's YouTube channel, as well as Sunny Minks elaborating that when she interacted with Coleslaw back in 2022, it was to get her to sign a release form. So definitely, obviously, when they interacted, Sunny was a producer on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I get it why it was so key for a Coleslaw to sign the release form. Now, first, I want to give some context as to why she would even be on set. So it was a scene at a pool hall, and the scene included Lou Whitlow, Martell, and Marceau. Arionne ambushed the set. She was in full glam, full makeup, according to Sunny. She was not invited by production, but she was invited by Martell. He was aware that Arionne was going to ambush the set, and her goal was to confront Marceau about things that were said back in 2022. So her ambushing the set, it was not in 2024 for the field day episode, but it was for a scene that they were shooting back in 2022 when Sunny would have been a producer. And so production did not invite her, but as soon as they saw Coleslaw, they said, oh my gosh, we have to get her to sign a release form. Why would that be so important? Well, whenever you are creating, whether it's a video, still photography, or even voice recordings, you want to get the talent to sign a release form. So, a talent release form is a simple legal document, and this is according to LegalZoom.com. And a talent release form is a legal document that is designed to protect the production company from getting sued. Any network that distributes your show or your film, that network is going to require release forms to be signed by all of the cast, by all of the talent. So production, they were doing the right thing by having her sign the release form so that OWN could at least air the footage and air that episode, air that scene. So when you get someone to sign a release form, it prevents the production company from getting sued for the unauthorized use of someone's image or voice. So back in the day, when Coleslaw would tag Oprah Winfrey and say that her likeness was being used, when season 1, they were referring to that chick, the same chick keeps calling Martell's phone. Martell called her a peasant. They were not using her likeness. They were not using her image or her voice. They were talking about that chick, that side chick, that peasant. But it protects the production company from getting sued. A talent release may be part of a more comprehensive contract, or it may be a separate document, and it may also be called a film talent release, model release, if you're doing still photography of a model, or actor release, if you are producing a film. Excuse me. The term talent is a general term that is often used to refer to professional actors or models or reality TV stars. Now, if the people that's going to be filmed are in a distance or crowded scene, then those people will not have to sign talent release forms. Now, when I read this, I did think of the Black Expo. Like, I don't think they made all of the attendees sign a release form, but like Carson, she would have signed a release form when she filmed the Tea Party scene. So if you just have to sign one release form for every time you film for that show, then that could be why she was able to ask a question at the Black Expo and production was able to edit her in and we got to see her asking the question. That is what I am guessing. Or it could be that the talent has to sign a release form each and every time that they film for that season. But I have a feeling just one signature is enough. And then it's very important that you have the talent sign their legal name and not like their stage name. So, like, let's just say Lisa Left Eye Lopez from TLC, rest in peace to her. Let's say she was going to film, she used to host this MTV show called The Cut. So I would imagine she signed the release form and she would have had to have signed it Lisa Lopez and not Left Eye or something like that, just to give you an example. Now, some of the things that has to be included in a talent release form is their name. It should, the verbiage should include, you're giving this production company the authorization to use your voice, if that's applicable, image, likeness, or performance. So it also covers if they're filming you doing like a musical or choreography. So it's definitely a very important legal document to protect the production company. So once they saw old girl on set, they were like, oh no, let's get her ass to sign a release form. So now I want to move on and show you all a template of a release form. So I think I just Googled reality TV release form to find a template. And you would just fill in like I, Arionne Curry, an individual having their usual place of living at, and then their address. The releasor hereby grants the permission to use my likeness, image, voice, and performance, collectively referred to as the material, to, and I would imagine that would say Kingdom Reign, or producer's name, an individual having their usual place of living as the recipient, and then they're going to describe the use. And so the material shall be used for any purpose in any media resources. Title of production, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Territory location, Huntsville, Alabama. So it gets very detailed. And then she's going to sign her legal name. She's going to print it, sign it, date it, and all of her contact info. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's why she is so angry at herself for signing this release form, but it's to protect Kingdom Reign, and networks will require the talent to sign off on the release form just to protect them all from getting sued. And again, it goes back to a scene at the pool hall involving the men, Lou, Martell, and Marceau. And production did not know that she was coming. And this was back in 2022. All right. So what do you all think about that? So the production company, that was pretty good. Sunny Minx was able to get her to sign it. She was able to convince her. She must have used her sales and persuasion skills. Would you have signed the release form? I would have been like, no, I need to figure out what this is. I need to talk to a lawyer. I would have left the set. I would not have signed it. I kind of feel like Martell plays with her to get her to think that he wants her on the show. Because if he brought her there, now by 2022, they've been filming Love and Marriage Huntsville since 2018. The show debuted in 2019. So Martell knows about signing the release form and what that means. So for him to let her get all glammed up, show up to the set, she signs the release form. Martell was in on playing her as well. So I'm not convinced now that he wants her on the show. I think that he's been pulling her leg this entire time. So now let's go ahead and talk about The Fire Inside. This is a film that I saw just tonight. I just posted about it on my community wall. I hope YouTube doesn't have a problem with the preview playing. I got this from imdb.com. This is such an inspirational film, and it's based upon a true story. It is about the female boxer Clarissa Shields. She is from Flint, Michigan, which is about an hour north from Detroit. And she is, I figured, and I did the mental math. I believe this year she'll turn about 30 years old. But she grew up, very tough, single parent home. Her dad was locked up. It looked like they were impoverished, and she has this love for boxing ever since she was 11 years old. And her coach, she ended up living with the coach, and she went through a lot as a little girl. And oh my gosh, she is an Olympic gold medalist more than once. She is the only boxer, male or female, to win back-to-back gold medals at the Olympics, baby. And she has won 15 titles, and she is just amazing. Once I got home from the movie theater, I followed Clarissa Shields on Instagram, and I left a comment. I said, this film inspired me. It's going to give you all the feels. Like, you're going to cheer. You may get emotional. You may want to cry. You may get frustrated at her environment. But overall, it is a great film. You may recognize the lead actress, Ryan Destiny, from the TV show Star. I miss that show. I love it so much. If you follow me on Instagram, the other day, I shared a story on my IG stories where the white girl, her real name is Jude Demores. She talks about how she's typecast now because of how well she played her character on Star. She only gets roles for like strippers, and she's married to a Black man. She has, mixed kids. And she said, I watch cooking videos and Christian podcasts, and like all I get roles for are strippers. So that's too bad. But I miss the show Star. I believe it may still be on Hulu. I used to like binge watch it on Hulu. I love it. I love that show. It also starred Queen Latifah, Brandy, Patti LaBelle played their mom, Miss Lawrence, if you remember him from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Awesome, awesome show. Well, Ryan Destiny is playing Clarissa Shields. So it is just so good. Definitely check it out. You will love it. All right. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the talent release form that Arionne signed? And I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend. Definitely, I plan on talking to you all tomorrow, Saturday, and of course on Sunday when I recap the show. So I will talk with you soon, and you have a great night. Bye.